Hey there guys, welcome to a new series on my channel, Ark Survival Tutorials. Really it's going to be mainly tutorial, mainly what it's going to be, but yeah. I know that I'm straying away from what I used to be doing, but yeah. Still, we're going to be just trying something new. So, in case you probably read the title of today's video, it's how to tame everything, well really everything you need to know and how to tame the Ferox or Ferox in Ark. This animal is a Genesis only, it's Genesis restricted animal, meaning that you can only get it on the Genesis DLC. So, let's get into it. So first off, I want to go ahead and introduce you to Perry. Perry is going to be our sidekick basically throughout every video. He'll always be here, and he's kind of like our trademark animal, you know, our icon, I'd say. And because he's a parasaur, Perry the parasaur. So now let's move in. Now obviously these are admin commands, so that's why I'm going to want to do all that. So this right here is my friend Ligma. He's going to be joining us, as you can see. So he is here with us. Okay, so now it's time to explain the Ferox. As I said before, the Ferox is a Genesis-only DLC. It can only be in Genesis. It can only be tamed in Genesis. So, that being said, the way you tame it. Step number one, you're going to want to find it. As you can tell, we're not on Genesis right now, and we're on the island actually, but we're in an admin command world where you can do that. So, we're on an admin command world on the island, and but the way that you tame it is number one, you have to be in the Arctic biome. Pretty obvious. There's two ways to find a Ferox. The first way is that you have to find it in a blizzard/snowstorm. It can be found there. It can also be found next to the Searching the Frozone mission, which is, there's a cave near the Searching the Frozone mission, and there's a bunch of polar bears in there, but there's also some Feroxes. So, you're probably going to want to bring some offense with you. It's a very rare chance to find it in a snowstorm/blizzard. I'm just going to call it a snowstorm. But yeah, it can spawn there. Now, this animal is a passive tame only. So, it's not an aggressive tame. It's not a tame where you knock it out, feed it. It's a tame where you walk up to it and you feed it. However, this guy, he holds a dark secret. So, if my friend Ligma can spawn in the Ferox, I'm going to show you what the Ferox looks like. This is the Ferox. Adorable, isn't he? He resembles like a gremlin. He looks adorable, doesn't he? As you can see, he's trying to run away. But he looks adorable, but that cuteness is going to go away. So, we built this little place just for him. We made a strong foundation and greenhouse walls so we can see inside, because I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to be going out of this. So, if I take all the element in here, I put it in my last slot, and then I use it, and be prepared. Now, a little tip that I recommend before doing this on an animal, or on the Ferox. Number one, when you find a Ferox, you're gonna need element, and the way you get it on Genesis is that you can just buy it for 2,000 hexagons from the Hexagon Exchange. It's not very hard to do so. You just buy it, you know, not hard. Now, the higher the level, the more it's gonna take. So be ready for that. I would have maybe 4 as max, just in case. It's not bad to over prepare. So once you get 4 element or so, you know, however many you want, find a Ferox. A Bloodstalker or cross with you, if you want to do it that way, because you're going to want to cling to the ceiling or you're going to want to cling to a high wall near you when you do this, because and you're going to see exactly why. So it's time to show you what happens when you use element on the Ferox. Excuse me. So, I'm going to go ahead and actually hand this over to my friend, Ligma, the element, because just a little something on one of my buttons is a little messed up right now, so I'm going to have him do it if he can. So I'm just going to have him go ahead and do it. So, let's hope it works. Let's see. So if you use element, I had to kill it. So if you spawn in another one, yep, this is what it looks like. This giant monster. Look for you guys. It's in a we built a little containment. Yeah, it's gonna probably destroy the walls. We had to build a very high containment. I want to get Harry out of there. Harry is trying to attack me. But yeah, it's really scary and ginormous. We really can't let it go anywhere because it would kill our animal, which we don't want. But it does. But our animal does have infinite health. So, like I said, as soon as you feed it, you're gonna want to get away from it. So it's, as you can see, it shrinks back down to its normal size. It looks like it's dead, but once it wakes up, you can feed it again, and you're just gonna keep feeding it over and over again until it's tamed. So we're gonna wait for Ligma to feed it again. But as you can see, as you just saw, it will transform. And as soon as you feed it, you're gonna want to either use a bloodstalker to cling onto a ceiling, or you're going to want to use a crossbow with a grappling hook to do it. And as you can see, he tamed it. Yeah, so as you can see, he tamed it. Now it's actually a shoulder pet thing whenever it's little. So yeah, so he tamed it. So yeah, that's pretty much how you tame it. So yeah, it looks adorable. So if you could hand the Ferox over to me, I'll show them. So you can pick it up, and if I go into orbit camera, that's third person. Click third person. If I go into orbit camera, as you can see, he looks adorable. Cute little guy. So he looks now he may look adorable now, but oh, thank you for changing the time. Element. So now we throw him. Let's take him outside because now he's a pet, so he'll do something. So we take him outside and we throw him off, which you double tap something. I forget. But yeah. So now that he's your pet, he'll only now as you can see it says 0 out of 1 element required. You're gonna need element to transform him back. So if you want to be constantly using this animal, you're going to need element, a constant flow of elements. But it's really annoying, but that's just if you want to use the element. Like if you want him to be a good asset. So yeah, this is what he looks like. He keeps moving. So yeah, you saw what he looks like when he was big. Yeah. So I can't actually use these right now. One of my buttons is actually messed up. My LB, I play on Xbox right now. My LB is a little messed up. One of my buttons is actually like broken. So I have it hotkey messed up, so I have to have it. Oh, that was good. So, as you saw, he changes like that. So, now I'm going to ask Ligma if he can spawn in the large form of the Ferox. The large form, the big, muscular, And I'll show you his attacks. So we'll wait for him to do it. I'm going to go ahead and actually, if you don't like things getting killed, you should probably look away. So, yes, so I had to kill it. This thing, so this is actually thing. It's an admin gun. It has 3 abilities. It has this thing. It's basically a teleporter. It can tell you what these things do. You can inspect things. And then this thing will kill it. This thing kills. As you can see, I'm not going to do it. I'm not about to kill Harry. But yeah. And this is what the Ferox, if Lucas Mind forced him to get. Because, yeah, this is what it looks like. Here's a better look at it than last time. And boom! So, now I have a good chance to show you. So, obviously, terrifying face. Those eyes are adorable. Yeah, so a big upgrade. Looks pretty chunky. So, those eyes are adorable. Now, if you take a look, it says time remaining, and because he's only in this state for a limited amount of time. So you're going to want to use it to its fullest. His addiction. The more that you feed this animal, the more addiction he's going to get. However, it will go down over time. Whoop, and he just shrunk. So now, let's see. Alright, so, if Ligma doesn't mind, spawn in another one and force tame it. And this time, I'm going to ride it and show you, what the attacks are, because we are yet to do that. So, we'll wait for him to do that. Over here, I want to go ahead and talk about this while I have a chance. These are the taxidermies. There's 2 of them, because this thing has 2 different states. And here we go. So, when you get on it, you'll notice that you're riding on its neck, which is pretty cool. So, as you can see at the bottom, you have transportation, lifetime, and addiction. Pretty cool. So, you can run pretty fast. It has a decent walk speed. It's faster than other animals. Good run speed, and you can actually get some pretty good things. LT, one of your attacks, you have this. You have a ground pound. You have your basic swipes too. Your basic swipes that everybody's used to. You can also hold and charge up a rock throw. Cool. You can also actually cling onto. You can also jump very high. You actually also have a double jump, if I'm correct. Yes, you do actually have a double jump, I think. As you can see, you can move very fast. So, as you can see, you can move very fast. Now, this is much better in Genesis. We weren't able to do it right now. But yeah, as you can see, you can double jump. You'll go up in the air, and then once you hit the ground again, you can do it. And you can gain a lot of speed and go very far. Look at this. You can go very far. Alright, so the Megapithecus. So, as you can see right now, I'm actually clinging onto a wall. I forgot to tell you, you can also cling onto walls of this guy. It's obviously a solid wall. You can cling onto the wall. You can also throw rocks on the wall. You can also swipe, meaning that this guy's kind of decent for PvP. You can cling onto enemy structures and then just start banging until it makes it pretty cool. So, that's basically, I believe that covers all the abilities, I believe. This guy is actually pretty good when it comes to, he's pretty decent for getting around places. He's alright. And also, a little fun fact. Now we're going to get into a couple of facts about him. A couple of fun facts. Number 1, he actually, LT. Yeah, the ground pound. The ground pound is, I'll go ahead and try, we're going to try to attack this thing. We're going to try to attack this scenario. As you can see, pretty good damage for the swipes and also ground pounds. Yeah, I just completely murdered that Triceratops. Yeah, pretty fast. So I'm going to go and explain some fun facts while I have some time here. The higher the addiction, the more damage it will do when it's in its transformation. However, the transformation won't last as long, and the addiction, it's going to cost more elements the higher the addiction. And I know it's not really worth it, but ground pound. So the ground pound actually has an effect. It actually has an effect where it will actually stun people. I don't know exactly how, but it will in fact stun people and animals, I believe. Maybe I know people, but not. I don't think so. Animals, maybe. So, as you can see, I think I've gone through pretty much all the abilities. I'm going to go ahead and try and take out these raptors. That's an alpha raptor. So we're going to try and take these guys on. So, as you can see, pretty good damage. That's just a bunch of random stuff. So, I know that this wasn't the best explanation. It definitely wasn't an explanation. Plus, this video is kind of like an overview for the Ferox. So yeah, the Ferox is I think it's worth taming, especially in Genesis. It's definitely fun to ride around in, or just go around in. It's very fun to just kind of explore, jump around, and just try to basically slaughter things with. So, I believe that that's going to end it for today's video. There is going to be more of these videos, more taming videos, tutorial videos. So, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe if you don't want to. Obviously, feel free to, but I'm not going to force you to. So, yeah, so this about covers the Ferox taming video. So if you guys liked it, you know, as I said before, you don't have to follow, or you don't have to subscribe, but it's whatever. And I think that covers all. This is what he looks like, pretty good. And yeah, I'm going to leave the rest up to you guys. And I just want to point out that the taxidermies, this is what they look like, and in every video, there's going to be a taxidermy of them, and I'm going to be showing them off. This guy actually does have a couple of poses. You can actually pose with all the taxidermies if you didn't know. As you can see, it kind of looks like, yeah, as you can see, it kind of looks like he's doing some kind of singing. This one, kind of crouching towards someone. Looks like he's on the prowl. Oh, that's a cool pose. So yeah, he's pretty ripped, as you can tell. You know, six pack. So yeah, in every video we're gonna add on to this collection. So the next video that we're planning on doing is getting a bloodstocker, or how to tame and how to use the bloodstocker, and fun facts about it. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.